What's up, dudes and doodles, and welcome back to my art adventure. If you're new here, hi, my name's Danny. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to look back at my sketchbook for 2021 and talk about some of my favorite pieces and some new products that I've fallen in love with this year. Go ahead and grab yourself a snack and let's get into it. But first, don't forget to like this video, subscribe down below, and while you're there, leave a comment and ring that bell so you get notified each time I upload a new video. The main sketchbook I used this year is this one I received in a powerful pack back at the beginning of the year, around the time that I started this channel. The cover was designed by Hello Alice, but I have defaced it and covered it with stickers. I like more colorful things. Opening to the first page, we find a little doodle that I've glued in. I believe it was some watercolors that I found at a thrift shop, and then just some black Sharpie over top of that. Next, we have another page that was added. It's from the Meet the Artist video, and if my memory serves correctly, it was alcohol markers on top of mixed media paper. This served as an introduction to who I am as an artist, what I carry in my bag from day to day. It also has my likes and dislikes. This illustration later becomes the inspiration for the cartoon me that you see at the beginning of each video. Next, we have a sketch of a squirrel using some micron pens that I received along with this sketchbook. It's one of the first times that I've tried drawing animals. Turning the page, we have a redraw of a piece I want to say from around 2005. It's supposed to be Pandora and her box, and of course she has a little devilish minion to help her. We also have another animal drawing, this time using some Tombow dual brush markers. The fox has to be my spirit animal. They're just so cute and adorable. Flipping the page, we find Little Nas X. I instantly fell in love with him when I saw his video for Call Me By Your Name. And the moment he grabbed that stripper pole, I was so upset because that's how I always imagined how I would arrive in hell, by stripper pole, to take over the throne. On the other side is another animal sketch, still using the micron pens, but this time with a little bit of blue coal erase pencil showing through. I really like how I used the lines to do the shading with this one. Next we have Alec and Magnus from Shadowhunters. During COVID, I've gone back and rewatched a lot of shows, and these two characters have always been one of my favorite couples. This other drawing is from a reference photo I found on Pinterest, and I just wanted to try and recreate it using pens and no color. It still feels unfinished to me right now in its current state, and it's not one of my favorite pieces. Here we have a watercolor of two mermaids. I believe this was with the Autumn Chew watercolors we received in a paletteable pack, but honestly I'm not sure. On the other side is just a little marker doodle of one of my original characters, Adam, from my comic Our Secret Garden. Turning the page, we have a piece from my Art on a Budget video where I found alcohol markers at Five Below. Do we have any other Demon Slayer fans here? Who's your favorite character? Let me know in the comments down below. On the other side, we have another drawing of Adam just chilling on the steps. I wonder why he looks so happy. And here we have one of the pieces from Mermaid. I hate wasted space in a sketchbook, that's why I always add in pages. Now there are sketches and thumbnails under these extra pages, but me personally, I don't like the look of that when flipping through old sketchbooks. On the other side, we have two cute cactuses. One saying, "Hug me," the other saying, "Don't be a prick." This was originally a thumbnail, but I've since went over it with alcohol markers. The original was on canvas board with Posca markers, which ended up going to my mother. Turning the page, we find the original design for Chibi Me, which was the mascot for this channel for a short time before he evolved into what we have now. And of course, another drawing of Adam. I remember I messed up his face, so I just covered it with a face mask. And here's one of the pieces I am most proud of. Not because of how it turned out, but here is the moment in my art adventure where I started pushing my limits and stepping out of my comfort zone. Unfortunately, I can't show what's underneath the post-it note. But moving on, we have another drawing of Adam, but this time it's just line work. Here we have a new friend I've met this year who allowed me to draw him, and I have to say I love the way this turned out. It's one of my first full backgrounds that I've done. Then on the other side we have our cat Kit, who we ended up having to put down this year. She was the sweetest cat ever. Flipping the page, we have another mermaid drawing. I forget which one this was exactly, but it's supposed to be a man covered in chocolate syrup while laying on top of a banana split. And we have another marker drawing. I messed up on his face also, so again I added a mask. Hey, no mistakes, just happy accidents. And here I tried to go back over the bleed through of the marker with pen. I just never finished it. And we have another marker drawing of a cowboy. I found the reference on Pinterest, and I believe it's a character from a video game. I'm not sure. Here we have another mermaid drawing. This one was actually inspired from someone on Instagram who reached out to me and wanted me to draw her. I really like how this one turned out. I believe I used my Ohuhu brush markers and cardstock for this one. And on the other side we have a redraw of Ariel in your style, which my style is dudes. But I wanted to draw Ariel too, so maybe she has a brother they don't show in the Disney movies. Another mermaid drawing. I forget the prompt exactly, but I remember the first thing I thought of was, if a bird loved a fish, where would they live? So I drew an angel who rescued an injured merman. I know, makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? And here is our first Inktober 52 drawing. I also wanted to start working on fonts and typography at this point, so I turned each of the prompt words into part of the drawing. And for this one, the prompt word was fresh, which turned out to be his tattoo. And here is another mermaid drawing. The prompt was Star Wars. And we have another Inktober 52 drawing for the word home. I really liked how this one turned out. Here we have another Instagram follower who posed for me. I do want to do a disclaimer and say I did not ask for nude photos, but I went with whatever they sent me. I like how this one turned out as well. And on the other side, we have another Inktober 52 prompt for Reflect. The idea was supposed to be someone looking in the mirror and seeing the body that they wanted, not the body that they were born into. The page we find, oh yeah, this is a little drawing I did for a friend on his birthday. And on the other side we have Inktober prompt Ancient, which I picked a caveman, or maybe he's a Norse hunter with some runic tattoos. And here we have Stevie stealing a kiss after smashing a pie over Adam's head. I think this is a cute little picture. On the other side is Inktober 52 prompt Remote, which never got finished. And the uncensored picture can be found on my Patreon page. Link will be in the description down below. Next we have, I think this was acrylic gouache. It was my first time using the medium. Not one of my favorites, but hey, we can't like them all, can we? And then we have Inktober 52 Monster, which is another unfinished drawing. I may do this one digital later and finish it. Flipping the page, we have another Instagram follower who volunteered for a quick doodle using Sharpies, no pencil. And another Instagram follower who posed for a figure study. Here are two pieces from another Paletful pack. I believe these were acrylic inks on watercolor paper. The top one was just random colors laid down and then Sharpie marker. Kind of reminded me of a map. The bottom is just a life drawing of some plants that I have sitting on my desk. We also have, I believe this one is an Inktober 52 combined with a mermaid drawing, but I can't remember the prompts. This was another Powerful Pack drawing. I believe it was acrylic paints, or was this the acrylic gouache? I can't remember it. Anyways, over on the other side we have a pen drawing, and I believe this was watercolor pens. I just never finished it because the paper in the sketchbook couldn't hold up to the water. Next is, this was the Powerful Pack that had the Holbein colored pencils. Yeah, the Holbein colored pencils and blender. I loved using these because they ended up blending like watercolors, but looked like pastels after they dried. And this other drawing was using the Crayola Colors of the World collection, where I drew Marsha P. Johnson. It was a gay actor, or an LGBT activist. And here were, this was the oil pastels, which I had a lot of fun playing with. This was another Powerful Pack drawing. On the other side is the original sketch for what later became the Gay Cowboy and a video I did for Pride Month. Turning the page, we do a huge time jump because I took a break from traditional art and started working on digital art. But here are some of the drawings I did for Inktober. They are way out of order, but this is Day 5, Raven, which is free-handed with Sharpie. Yeah, just Sharpie marker. On the other side is the prompt Knot, which I used Liquitex ink and Daniel Smith walnut ink, along with a Micron pen and a gold Uniball Signo pen, and a red Sharpie. Flipping over, we find Day 3 Vessel, which I used Royal Langnickel, I think is how you say it, I'm not sure. But it's acrylic ink and a Sharpie for the line work. And on the other page we have Crystal, to which I drew one of my favorite stones, which I also have on my desk, citrine. For this one I used the Liquitex acrylic inks and I believe a Micron liner on top of that. Next we have Inktober Day 2 Suit, which I wanted to do an updated Venus de Milo and decided to put her in a red swimsuit. For this I used De La Rooney watercolor inks for the purple background, the Daniel Smith walnut ink for the statue, a red Sharpie for the swimsuit with a light wash of copper colored ink to give a shine on top of that. And on the other side we have, this turned out to be, I believe, another Inktober 52 and a mermaid drawing. And it was also a request from a follower on Instagram who wanted me to draw one of their original characters. I think there are a few drawings out of order where I just jumped around in the sketchbook instead of opening and going to the next page. I think it makes it a little bit more exciting. Here is where I fell in love with the Stabilo pens. It's Inktober Day 6, Spirits. I was able to use the pens like a watercolor, and that's how I've been using them ever since. On the other side we have another map. There are some more drawings, but that section seems to have fallen out. I hope I can find them. But anyways, with what we have, the map came to be because the previous drawings had some bleed through, so I just added some red dots on top of what bled through and turned it into a world of my own. Flipping over, we find two more Inktober drawings added in. I think it's day 7 fan and day 8 watch, which is my first political piece. The idea was supposed to be a camera lens, and in the middle we have an eye. The first ring you can see different logos for social media sites. Then we see a red, white, and a blue ring around that. Anyways, the idea was supposed to be how the government keeps an eye on us while watching us through social media. Whatever. Next we have day 9 and 10 of Inktober, Pressure and Pick, which were done again with the Stabilo pens. I really do like these pieces, and the one of the guitar pick I think would make an awesome wall hanging. Next we have day 11, Sour, which I made some lemons again using the Stabilo pens, and here is a little bird created with Posca pens that was supposed to get covered up, but never did. Day 14, Tick, which at the time I was listening to a series called Timekeeper by, I believe, Tara Sims, something like that, which is an excellent series you should check out. And another Posca pen drawing. I wish I had a black light because I bet this would look pretty neat. And here is Inktober day 15 helmet, to which I drew the red Power Ranger. Okay, and another Posca marker drawing of a gnome that was supposed to get covered up. Yeah, a lot of these drawings that are added are covering up old drawings that I did and didn't care for. Oh, it's Daddy Claus. This was another Palettefold pack drawing, and the marker paper really messed with me. I still don't know why it ended up so streaky, because the Posca markers, or the Copic markers, while swatching them, turned out perfect on this paper. Streaked really bad when I went to do the drawing. And here we have a cute little rainbow unicorn. This was done with some Tombow dual brush markers that I found at TJ Maxx while Christmas shopping. Here is a little printout of a digital drawing I did for my parents. And on the other side we have a little gypsy woman. I don't know, I was just drawing, trying to clear my mind of artist block. But hey, I like it. Another Inktober drawing. This one I used the contents of the, I think it was the October Palettefold packs, which had like 5 blue Tombow markers, different shades. And on this other side, I don't know what I was going through, but I'll let you ponder on that one for a few moments. Okay, moving on. This was my first live stream, which failed because like 2 minutes into streaming, my computer decided to do an update and reboot itself, and that was the end of that. On the other side, we have a self-portrait. Oh no, wait, that's just some fruit. Another Inktober drawing. This one is day 13, using once again the Stabilo pens, and a study of some limes using markers and colored pencils. I like how this one turned out. Inktober day 12, Stuck, and here we have another figure drawing from a Pinterest reference. Day 16 of Inktober, Compass. The runic around the outside says, "Not all who wander are lost." And on the other side, a little character that can be found over on Patreon if you want to see the unedited version. We have a drawing of Adam being a light in the dark, followed by a drawing of Peter Pan. Yeah, this one I grabbed the wrong color when I was doing the skin, and to save the drawing, I just added blood everywhere. I wonder what happened. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And here the last couple pages are, yeah, they're pages that haven't been covered up yet. I'll probably just leave them, but they were thumbnails for a video where I made Christmas cards for my family. And to finish off, we have a note to myself talking about what has happened in 2021, which I like to put in each sketchbook at the end so that I know what happened later down the road. I can look at the book and be like, hey, yeah, that happened. But with that, we come to the end of another video. I hope you enjoyed flipping through the pages with me. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I have a new sketchbook coming soon that I ordered special for next year, which should be coming in the next few days. Can't wait to try it out and see what all the hype is about. So check back in the coming weeks when I open it up and we customize the cover. This is the last video for 2021. See you all in 2022, and until then, happy drawing!